Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys, so we didn't have any free picks yesterday. I only had 3 plays on the day, so we had 3 Masterclass plays. We ended up going 2-1, hit our 2-unit play, so good day. On Wednesday, guys, for free picks, we ended up going 1-2. We had the White Sox and Cincinnati over, lost that. Seattle lost that. As a matter of fact, between those 2 games, there was only 1 run scored. So not what we're looking for when we're looking for offense out of our teams. We did win with the Washington Capitals, so we lost our little winning streak that we had going there for a while. Today's a new day. We can pick it back up. All right, so I have 3 plays for you guys today in free picks. In Masterclass, I have 8 additional plays, so 11 plays in total. Very busy day. We have 5 additional plays in baseball, 3 additional plays in hockey for Masterclass. So I'm going to jump right into it today, guys. We are going to start off in baseball. So like I mentioned, I have a baseball play, 2 hockey plays for you. So we will get started in baseball, guys, and we are going to go with Colorado and St. Louis under 7.5 minus 120. So Colorado, St. Louis under 7.5 minus 120. Next game, guys, we are going to, we're over in hockey, going Philadelphia and Washington under 6.5 minus 124. Now, some of the books have started to move towards 6, guys. If you can get the 6.5, grab 6.5. If you cannot get 6.5, you can still bet it at 6. I would just reduce your bet size a little bit. I like 6.5 much better than 6. Okay, so our bet, guys, 6.5 minus 124. And hopefully, if you are at a book that has 6, you can move that line by to minus 124 at 6.5 or 125 or whatever it is. All right, last play, guys. We are going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets minus 145. So taking the Jackets minus 145. Matis Kavlinsnek. I think we'll go with that. That's close enough. He's going to be starting in goal, making his NHL debut. Actually, no, I think he might have played 1 game last year. I'll have to double check. But anyways, might be his NHL debut. He's starting for Columbus, guys. Great season so far in the AHL. 6-1 with a 9.926 save percentage and a 2.27 goals against average. So I know in this spot, line makers, public, they're going to look at this guy and say, okay, rookie goaltender. I think there's a lot of value here, guys, with Columbus. We do have some steam on this game as well. This is definitely, like we talked about this last year, and I've talked about it a little bit this year with some certain spots, guys, where you can find value. Look, the NHL is not a highly covered league in terms of Vegas. It just isn't. They do not have the resources to put this much time into capping these lines and getting these lines right, because there's bigger fish to fry out there. I mean, there's such a small fraction of the money wagered on the NHL as compared to NBA or, baseball and sports like that. So, when you have a young goaltender like this, as we did last year when we rode Pavel Francouz, and Vegas perceived this guy as basically a nobody rookie goaltender coming in. Meanwhile, this guy's dominating in the KHL. Well, we rode him to a ton of wins last year before Vegas finally wised up and corrected their lines. Now, I'm not saying this guy is a Pavel Francouz. I'm not saying that at all. But he's a highly touted prospect. He's a very highly touted prospect. And, he's been in the AHL for a number of years. He's won wherever he's gone. Early on in the AHL, guys, few shaky starts, but this year he's really put it together. And you can tell that by his record, 6-1, 0.926 save percentage. So, he's definitely earned this start, and I think he's going to impress. And what better team to come in and face than a team in Detroit that they're struggling offensively to start with before they start losing some key players, which they have lost some key players, right? So, yeah, basically, guys, that's going to be it. We're taking Columbus minus 145. And now I just want to talk about something for a very quick second. So we won that Washington game, okay? I said to you guys, if you're going to watch a game this year, watch that Washington game. I played enough hockey to know that there was going to be fisticuffs in that game. To that extent, I didn't expect that much because you don't see that much fighting in today's NHL, but that was a fun game to watch. Now, I know people are very, very opinionated on Wilson and, you know, he should be suspended and this and that, yada, yada, yada. Look, I'm of the old school hockey variety. When that play that Wilson did, yes, it resulted in injury and that sucks, but that was like commonplace. Watch hockey in the late 80s, early 90s, even into the early 2000s, and that was every game. I mean, that was commonplace. And now obviously, you know, we want to protect the players and all that, but you know, I enjoy seeing old-time hockey. I like seeing a physical brand of hockey. It's what I grew up watching. It's what I grew up playing. And I don't mind it. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that say, you know, throw this guy out of the league. There's no place for that in hockey. But at the end of the day, guys, look, hockey can police itself. And this game is evidence of that. Okay? When the league starts controlling every little thing and handing out suspensions and finding guys, then, you know, you get guys that are timid to go into the corners and try and make a big hit or try and make a big play. And at the end of the day, that's what hockey is about. And the physicality is gone from the game. I've seen plays where, you know, guys have chance to literally plaster a guy in the boards and they just won't do it anymore. And I get the player respecting. They're professional athletes playing a game, and the game has certainly changed. So at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of criticism about Tom Wilson. And yes, he is a repeat offender. He continues to, you know, but that is the brand of hockey that he plays, okay? And really, I mean, when someone is brought up to play a certain style of hockey, you cannot fault them for playing that style of hockey. So, you know, in my personal opinion, and I know a lot of people think, you know, he should have been suspended. I don't think so, okay? I really, yeah, you know, it resulted in an injury, but the second we start suspending people because the result of a play and not the intent, well, you know, that's different. So, and you can't do that. So ultimately, guys, look, I told you that'd be an entertaining game. I hope you guys watched it. I mean, right from the puck drop, numerous fights. I think there was six different fights in the first, I don't know, 7 minutes of the game. It got to the point where the penalty box was so full, guys were literally just standing up. Been there before. Anyway, so it was a fun game to watch. You know, we won the game, obviously, with our bet. And a part of that too, part of the, you know, the reasoning behind it is I've been in that spot where the Rangers were in that game. So, you know, psychologically, guys, you have a Washington team that, yeah, you know, we know Wilson's going to have to answer the bell, no doubt about it. And probably a few other guys would have to step up. I didn't think there was going to be this many fights. But apart from that, guys, Washington is there to play a hockey game. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, guys, I had one game in a small town called Schaumburg. It's a town in Ontario, Canada. And there was a lot of anticipation for this game. And there was a ton of police at this game. Because it was going to be a shit show. It was going to be an absolute total shit show. Long story short, one of our guys got jumped by two of their players and all hell broke loose. And this was the next day we were playing this game. And there was a whole bunch of fights in the last game. And the whole league knew that this was going to be a big, massive fight up. And here's the thing. Our team, guys, I can tell you in that dressing room, was not ready to go in and play a hockey game. We were so concerned about getting vengeance for what had happened to our teammate that we could care less about the hockey game, okay? Now, at the end of the day, that game came to fruition, okay? It was nonstop fights for the entire first two periods. Nonstop, okay? We were down like 6-0 going in the third period, and we had every intention of going back out there and just grabbing whoever we could and just pound the shit out of them. Now, we're in our dressing room. We hear this big, huge commotion going on. So pop our head outside the dressing room, and you can see through to where the fans are, and the fans are going at it. There is literally a brawl in this hockey arena, and people are just grabbing whoever and swinging. And I'm happy my parents aren't there because, you know, I can make sure that they're okay. But people are swinging, and the cops are trying to grab people and arrest them. Thank God that, you know, there was enough cops to the game. our local high school principal, not my high school, but a high school principal, was at that game, and he was throwing fists at somebody. So it was wild. Now, here we are, two teams that just beat the shit out of each other for 2 periods, had every intention of beating each other up in that 3rd period. And we're sitting out there in where the tunnel where you go to the rink. We're sitting there, and we're sitting shoulder to shoulder now watching all these guys fight. You wouldn't believe it, guys. There wasn't a single fight in the 3rd period. We just went out and we played that hockey game. But the point of my story is, and how I can relate this to sports betting, is we were in the same spot that the Rangers were. And yes, they're a professional hockey team, guys, but they had something other than winning a hockey game on their mind going into that game. Their mind was not where it needed to be to win a game. Hence, you know, why we saw a nice edge in Washington. There was a number of reasons, guys, but the psychological factor is there. I've been there. I can tell you when we were in that spot, there wasn't a single player in that dressing room thinking about scoring goals and winning hockey games. We were thinking about going out there to pound the piss out of those guys. And, you know, we accomplished that and lost the game. So, and, you know, a bunch of fans got arrested. So anyways, guys, little tidbit of my hockey past, as well as, you know, a good insight into the psychology of sports betting. All right. So that's going to be it for us today, guys. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Let's thank our sponsor today, betopenly.com, guys. If you have not signed up yet, sign up, guys. They're the best value out there. Thank you to Motel 6 as well. Not really a sponsor. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And as always, have a very lucky day.